Hello, dear students. Welcome to Shiksha Guru's Academy. Today we will discuss about one important question of organic chemistry. It is about learning reagents. Nowadays, in JEE and NEET, they are asking questions especially based on reagent. That's why you must have command on reagents and their uses, like applications, means one reagent how will react on a particular substance. Okay, now let us start. Here given compound is treated with HBr in the presence of. Now understand the question carefully. Here propene is treated with HBr in the presence of peroxide. In the first step, propene treated with HBr in the presence of peroxide, followed by sodium metal and then Cr2O3 at a high temperature and pressure. What will happen? Now let us start. You are provided with first propene. It is a propene molecule. It is treated with HBr in the presence of peroxide. We know one important thing. Alkene react with HBr in the presence of peroxide, produces Anti-Markovnikov product. Therefore, we'll get 1 bromopropane. What is Anti-Markovnikov product? Here it is a primary carbon and it is secondary carbon. We know one thing. In presence of peroxide, reaction follows free radical mechanism. In the first step, bromine radical attack on alkene on primary carbon. Therefore, it produces secondary radical which is more stable. Now it will react with later in the next step it will react with hydrogen. Therefore, we are getting primary alkyl bromide. Here it is produces anti-Markovnikov product. Here it has 2 hydrogen atom. It has only 1 hydrogen. It is with more number of carbon atom. If H plus is connected to this position, then it is called as a Markovnikov addition. But here it is opposite to Markovnikov addition. Therefore, it is anti-Markovnikov product. After that, it is treated with a sodium metal. Now, what is the reaction? It is alkyl halide react with sodium metal. Reaction is Wood's reaction. What will happen? 2 alkyl halide combines, convert into hexane. Here it is simply Wood's reaction. Alkyl halide react with sodium metal, convert into hydrocarbon with a double number of carbon atoms. It is Wood's reaction. In the next step, it is treated with Cr2O3 chromium oxide at a high temperature and a high pressure. This is very important and famous reaction. It is aromatization reaction. What is aromatization reaction? Formation of aromatic compound. What will happen here? Here totally 6 carbon atoms are present in this molecule. What is happening in the Wood's reaction? 2 moles of alkyl halide involved in the reaction. Therefore, convert into hexane molecule. All 6 carbon atoms are present in straight chain. Therefore, it is N-hexane. N-hexane react with Cr2O3 at high temperature and high pressure and produces सबसे पहले cyclic molecule, means it will convert into cyclohexane. In the next step, hydrogen atom take part in elimination and convert into benzene. This is compound A. Okay. In the next step, compound A is treated with. What is compound A? It is a benzene. Benzene treated with acetyl chloride in the presence of AlCl3, followed by sodium periodate, sodium NaOI. NaOI is nothing but simple sodium hypoiodate, of course. Here it is equal to sodium hydroxide and iodine, followed by acidification. Now what will happen? Benzene react with acetyl chloride in the presence of AlCl3. This is Friedel-Crafts acylation. Benzene treated with acetyl chloride. What is acetyl chloride? Here we have to learn some important common names of compounds. It is acetyl chloride in the presence of AlCl3. Here you have to remember one important thing. CH3 C double bond O. This is called as acetyl group. Acetyl group is connected to chlorine. Therefore, it is acetyl chloride. In presence of Lewis acid, what will happen? Here it is a Friedel-Crafts reaction. Benzene react with acid halide or anhydride in the presence of Lewis acid. What will happen? Benzene react with this acetyl chloride. After that, बेंजीन से एक हाइड्रोजन एटम और एसिटाइल क्लोराइड से क्लोरीन एटम निकल जाएगा. It will convert into acetophenone. Here it is a benzene. Now benzene with C double bond O group and CH3. This is acetophenone. Later, in the next step, it is treated with sodium hypoiodate. NaOI, sodium hypoiodate. What will happen? It is equal to NaOI, it is equal to sodium hydroxide plus iodine. Now, it is nothing but sodium hydroxide and iodine. In presence of halogen and alkali, we have very famous reaction. One is haloform test. Next one is Hoffman bromamide degradation. Of course, copper bromine is halogen. Here it is iodine. It is haloform test. What is the condition for haloform test? Which compounds will give haloform test? Okay, on that topic we'll do some questions in later stage, no doubt at all. In future, definitely we will do most important reactions also like haloform test, Hoffman bromide degradation, Riemann-Tiemann, Kohl-Base. There are so many famous reactions which are important for our JEE and NEET preparation and Olympiad preparation as well. Definitely we will do some questions on that also, no doubt. Now, here it is NaOH and iodine. It is halogen and alkali. Here it is ketone having alpha methyl group. C double bond O is here it is keto group. It is connected to methyl group. It is alpha methyl group. What will happen between this C double bond O group and CH3 completely bond get dissociation? It will convert into CH₃. CH₃ is iodoform. It is LOPPT plus C double bond O group completely changes to carboxylic acid salt. Here it is iodoform. It is present in yellow color. It is LOPPT. Iodoform, it is present in yellow color. It is LOPPT. Next one is this C double bond O group completely convert into carboxylic acid salt. In the next step, it is subjected to acidification. Then what will happen? Here O minus, it is Na plus. O minus, take this H plus. It is simple acidification, or simply we can say acid workup. What will happen? We are getting benzoic acid. Here it is. One is compound B, next one is compound C. Now, which is compound B and compound C? Here I have mentioned that B is a precipitation, therefore B is iodoform, and C is benzoic acid. Now, benzoic acid is treated with SOCl2, okay? Okay, I'm mentioning that this is compound C. Benzoic acid is compound C and iodoform is compound B because it is LOPPT. Now, benzoic acid is treated with SOCl2. Now, what will happen with SOCl2? We know what is the purpose of SOCl2 mainly. It displaces OH with Cl. Either it may be alcohol or carboxylic acid, that is not a problem. Here it is carboxylic acid. Therefore, here OH will be replaced by Cl. This is compound D. In the next step, it is treated with lithium triethoxy aluminum hydride. Now, what will happen? Here it is a reducing agent. From this molecule H minus transfer hoga. In the next step as a Cl minus group take part in elimination. What is happening here? It is a reducing agent. It is lithium tri ethoxy aluminum hydride. It is a reducing agent. We can understand like it releases H minus to this carbon. From this Cl group take part in elimination. We are getting benzaldehyde. Here it is compound E. What about the next step? It is treated with the silver oxide. Now what is silver oxide? Okay, silver oxide react with different reagents like alkyl halide and aldehydes. If it is aldehyde, then silver oxide acts as oxidizing agent. It is an oxidizing agent. Of course, it is weak oxidizing agent. It reacts with aldehydes. Then aldehyde convert into carboxylic acid. Therefore, here it is benzaldehyde. Now benzaldehyde is treated with silver oxide. Simply we can say it is a Tollens reagent only just. What is Tollens reagent? It is ammonical silver nitrate. Okay, actually it is ammonical silver nitrate, but in examination point of view, I can use silver nitrate plus ammonia, or I can use silver amine complex, or I can use silver oxide. Everything is same. Don't worry. It is silver oxide. We can say it is Tollens reagent. Here it is aldehyde group. It will changes to benzoic acid. Here it is compound F. In the next step, there is very famous reaction. It is compound F. Compound F is benzoic acid. Now benzoic acid, matlab it is carboxylic acid treated with SOCl2. In the next step, diazomethane. Next step, it is a hydrolysis. It is a very famous reaction. It is Arnott-Izard synthesis. It is Arnott-Izard synthesis. Okay, I can write the name. It is one of the very famous reactions of carboxylic acids. It is Arnott-Izard synthesis. From E to G, it is Arnott-Izard synthesis reaction. Very clearly, आपको याद होना जरूरी है. It is very famous reaction for carboxylic acid properties. What will happen? What is the reactant here? It is SOCl2 followed by diazomethane and then hydrolysis. It is Arnott-Izard synthesis. What will happen in the reaction? Carboxylic acid changes to next higher homologous. Carboxylic acid changes to next higher homologous. Therefore, what is happening here? Now it is benzoic acid. It is treated with SOCl2. Next one it is treated with diazomethane CH₃N2 followed by hydrolysis. What will happen? It will convert into next higher homologous. Means, what do you mean by next higher homologous? It is very simple. Here, benzoic acid, of course, between benzene and carboxylic acid, one CH2 will be connected. Okay, here it is a benzoic acid. Now observe the difference here. What is the difference? Between this benzene and carboxylic acid, one CH2 group is inserted. Therefore, we can say it is a CH2 insertion reaction also. It is Arnott-Izard synthesis. It is used to get carboxylic acid to carboxylic acid, but next higher homologous. हमारे पास एक कार्बोक्सिलिक एसिड है, उसमें मुझे एक CH2 ऐड करना है, एक CH2 बढ़ाना है. I want to increase one CH2 group. Then we can use Arnott-Izard synthesis. Very, very important and famous reaction. Okay, it is compound G. Now what about the next one? Here compound G is treated with ammonia and heating. Next one, bromine in the presence of alkali. Next one, chloroform in the presence of alkali. What is happening in the reactions? Here it is carboxylic acid. Now it is treated with ammonia. What will happen? We know one thing, Ammonia is basic. What is the reason? Due to presence of lone pair nitrogen atom, it acts as a base. And we know one thing, acid-base reaction occur at very faster rate. Therefore, ammonia will take H plus from this carboxylic acid. That means in the first step, actually we are getting a carboxylic acid salt. If there is no heating, then reaction stops at salt form only. It is ammonium carboxylic acid salt. But it is subjected to heating. Therefore, what will happen? Loss of water molecule takes place and it will convert into amide. We are getting carboxylic acid amide. Here it is carboxylic acid salt, ammonium carboxylic acid salt. But here what is happening? Loss of water molecule takes place. Therefore, completely convert into primary amide. After that, it is treated with bromine in the presence of alkali. When it is treated with bromine in the presence of alkali, NaOH, what is happening? It is very famous reaction. Very बहुत ज़्यादा important reaction है. It is Hofmann bromamide degradation. It is also simply called as Hofmann rearrangement. Very famous reaction. You have to remember very clearly. Very means very clearly. What is the reason? One of the most important for JEE and NEET purpose. Here it is amide. Moreover, it is a primary amide. When treated with halogen in the presence of alkali, what will happen? Here, primary amide changes to primary amine with loss of one carbon atom. That means what is happening actually? We are getting a primary amine. Now observe the change. What is happening here? Here it is amide functional group, but it is changed to amine. Here, this C double bond O group is reduced here. Here there is no C double bond O group. C double bond O group is reduced. One carbon atom is reduced. Therefore, it is called as chain degradation reaction. What happened here? Just observe it very clearly. Here, C double bond O group take part in elimination. We are getting primary amine. Now, in the next step, it is treated with chloroform in the presence of alkali. Now, in the presence of chloroform and alkali, there are two more very important reactions. Two reactions are very important. One is Riemann-Tiemann reaction. Next one is carbylamine reaction. One is Riemann-Tiemann. Next one is carbylamine. Now, for Riemann-Tiemann reaction, we need phenol, but it is not phenol. It is a primary amine. Primary amine, when treated with a chloroform in the presence of alkali, this reaction is a carbylamine reaction, or we can say carbylamine test. Primary amine react with chloroform in the presence of alkali. It is carbylamine reaction. What will happen? NH2 group convert into NC, simple. Primary amine changes to isocyanide. It is isocyanide, therefore it is also called as isocyanide test. I can say it is a carbylamine reaction, or we can say it is also called as isocyanide test. It is identification test for primary amines. हमारे पास एक बीकर है, बीकर में एक ऑर्गेनिक कंपाउंड. Now I am expecting it is a primary amine. How can we prove? Just add chloroform in the presence of base. And if we have to heat little, okay. If it is really primary amine, then what will happen? Primary amine react with chloroform in the presence of alkali, convert into isocyanide. How would you know whether isocyanide is formed or not? It is a foul smelling liquid. It is very foul smelling liquid. It is impossible to inhale that smell. Very irritating smell, very bad smell, very foul smell. Okay, formation of this foul smelling liquid indicates here isocyanide is formed. It is called as carbylamine test or carbylamine reaction. Okay. Next, here it is compound H. Now this compound H is treated with lithium aluminum hydride followed by NaNO2 and HCl. Okay, this is compound H. Now this compound is treated with lithium aluminum hydride. Now what are the functions of lithium aluminum hydride? It is a reducing agent. It reduces isocyanide to secondary amine. Matlab, what will happen? Here benzene remains same to same. CH2 also remains same to same. But NC group changes to NHCS3. We are getting secondary amine. Nitrogen is connected to 2 carbons. Therefore, it is secondary amine. Now, this molecule is treated with NaNO2 and HCl. Now, what will happen? NaNO2 react with HCl, convert into NaNO2 react with, NaNO2 react with HCl, it will convert into HNO2. ये बात हमेशा के लिए हमें याद होना चाहिए. From HNO2, we'll get NO plus ion, which is electrophile. Now, nitrogen atom carries lone pair. It can act as a nucleophile. Therefore, what will happen? This nitrogen donate electron to this NO plus. Therefore, after donation, this nitrogen atom gets positive charge. In order to become neutral, it releases H plus. It will convert into N-nitrosoamine. N-nitrosoamine, this is yellow color oily liquid. It is N-nitrosoamine because NO group is connected to nitrogen. Therefore, it is called as N-nitroso. N-nitrosoamine, it is yellow color oily liquid. But sometimes it may convert into PPT also, don't worry. Sometimes it may be changes to PPT also based on the given compound. Okay. It is compound. It is, I think it is a I, right? Yes, it is compound I. Now, okay, it is compound I. It is N-nitroso. I mean, it is yellow color oily liquid. And next one is, one more question is there. Compound G is treated with NaOH and calcium oxide. What is NaOH and calcium oxide? It is soda lime. What is the use of soda lime? Carboxylic acid. To remove CO2 from carboxylic acid. Matlab it is for a decarboxylation purpose. Here it is soda lime. It is used to decarboxylate carboxylic acid. हमारा पास carboxylic acid है. I want to remove carboxylic acid group. Then we can use soda lime. Next one, it is treated with a chromyl chloride followed by acidification. Then what will happen? Here what is compound G first? Here it is carboxylic acid. Now this carboxylic acid molecule is treated with here it is benzene CH2 and C double bond OH. It is compound G. Now this molecule is treated with NaOH and calcium oxide. What will happen? Here it is decarboxylating agent. What will happen? This CO2 group take part in elimination. Therefore, it will changes to simple toluene. Benzene with the CH3 is called as a toluene. After that, it is treated with chromyl chloride. In the presence of carbon disulfide, followed by acidification. What will happen? In benzalic positions, here it is a benzalic position. 2 hydrogen take part in elimination. 2 hydrogen will be replaced by OH, but 1 carbon atom with 2 OH groups. Therefore, loss of water molecule takes place, completely convert into carbonyl group. Means we are getting benzaldehyde. Here it is compound. It is compound J. Okay, here the only thing is, question is very simple. If you know reagents very well, reagents are very important in organic chemistry. If you don't know the function of reagents, then it is impossible to get the conversions. That's why you have to learn reagents and their application thoroughly. Simple. It need only just practice. You have to do questions. No need to go through complete mechanisms also. Of course, we can write so many mechanisms, but not at all required for JEE and NEET preparation, etc. Of course, we need mechanism for some reactions, not for all reactions. Let's say, for example, it is chromyl chloride and CS2. What will happen in this case? What will happen? What will happen? Here, these two hydrogen atoms take part in elimination. Benzylic position. In benzylic position, of course, here 3 hydrogen atoms are present, but just 2 hydrogen take part in elimination and convert into C double bond group. If you remember this part, then sufficient. No need to think what is happening, what is the mechanism, etc., etc., etc. For example, you are provided with the carboxylic acid. Now it is treated with a soda lime. What will happen? This CO2 group take part in elimination. If you know this one, that is sufficient to answer this question. No need for any mechanism. Right? Okay. Now the question is, after that, itna question solve karne ke baad, now what is my question? Among the organic compounds from A to I, how many compounds can produce tertiary alcohol on treatment with Grignard reagent? Methyl magnesium bromide, it is a Grignard reagent. Now, let's compare. Here, what is compound A? It is a benzene. Here, benzene cannot react with, here benzene cannot react with Grignard reagent, therefore no reaction. Next one, compound B, here it is ido form. Most probably, upper only just acid-base reaction ही होगा. We are not getting any alcohol. Here it is a benzoic acid. Now, what is the reaction with the carboxylic acid? Okay, you have to understand the reactions of Grignard reagent also. Here it is carboxylic acid. Okay, what about that one? Okay, I'm giving it a generalized way. That is better, I think. Here it is carboxylic acid. Now it is treated with Grignard reagent. Let's say ki methyl magnesium bromide. What will happen? CH3 minus Mg plus. CH3 minus act as a base. Therefore, carboxylic acid releases H plus. Carboxylate ion बन जाएगा. O minus or Mg plus between them attraction force. CH3 minus taking H plus convert into methane gas. What about the next one? Here it is one more Grignard reagent. And remember one important thing, while solving Grignard reagent reactions, by default, हमें ये काम करना पड़ेगा, कार्बन पे नेगेटिव चार्ज और मैग्नीशियम पे पॉजिटिव चार्ज रखो. Here it is a nucleophile. C minus is a nucleophile. What will happen? Pi bond electron polarizes towards oxygen. Carbon get positive charge. It is electrophilic carbon. O minus can make a bond with this carbon. But here it produces very low yield. Very, very low yield. That means actually practically not considerable at all. Practically not considerable. Of course, theoretically it may produce 1 or 2 molecules, but that is not sufficient. What is the reason? Simple. Between oxygen and magnesium, there is maximum ionic character. When pi bond electron polarizes towards oxygen, here carbon get positive charge, O minus participate in resonance. On this carbon atom, positive charge density decreases, means electrophilicity decreases. Therefore, Grignard reagent can't attack here easily. Therefore, produces very low yield bus. It is not considerable actually. Low yield matlab not considerable. Practically no. Okay, that means here also we are not getting any tertiary alcohol. Okay, next one is this compound C के साथ. It is compound C, benzoic acid. Here also not getting any tertiary alcohol. Now what is compound D? It is acidic chloride. Now what is the reaction of Grignard reagent with acidic chloride? It is a benzoyl chloride moreover. Benzene with C double bond OCl. It is a benzoyl chloride. Now this molecule is treated with Grignard reagent. What will happen? Here CH3 minus make a bond with this carbon. In the next step, Cl minus take part in elimination. Actually, what is happening is, in the first step, pi bond electron polarizes towards oxygen, O minus and C plus formation takes place. Now C minus or C plus between the bond formation. After that, from this carbon, Cl minus take part in elimination. Again, between carbon oxygen double bond formation takes place. In the first step, we are getting ketone, but reaction do not stop at this stage until unless if 1 mole of Grignard reagent is mentioned. If question is given like 1 equivalent of Grignard reagent, then reaction yahi par ruk jayega. Otherwise, you have to do one more step. What will happen? Pi bond electron polarizes towards oxygen. Carbon gets positive. This is electrophilic carbon. Now C minus nucleophile. Between them bond formation takes place. Therefore, what is happening? Here O minus. Here it is CS3. One more CS3. O minus or MgBr plus. Now in the next step, it is subjected to acidification. Now O minus will take H plus, convert into OH. Here OH group is connected to tertiary carbon atom. Therefore, it is a tertiary alcohol. Matlab one compound is producing, till now one compound is producing tertiary alcohol when treated with excess of Grignard reagent. Okay. Next. Okay, compound D producing tertiary alcohol. Okay. Next, it is aldehyde. Now, what is the reaction with aldehyde and Grignard reagent? Here it is aldehyde, benzaldehyde. It is treated with Grignard reagent. What will happen? Pi bond electron polarizes towards oxygen, C minus and C plus. Between them bond formation takes place. It will convert into O minus Mgr plus. After that, it is subjected to acidification. What will happen? O minus take H plus, convert into OH. We are getting a secondary alcohol only. Because OH is connected to secondary carbon, it is just a secondary alcohol. We are not getting any tertiary alcohol. Next. What about the next compound? It is E, benzaldehyde. Here we are getting only secondary alcohol. Here it is compound F. It is carboxylic acid. Abhi हमने देखा था. We are not getting any tertiary alcohol with carboxylic acid. Next one is H. It is isocyanide. Here also no chance to get tertiary alcohol. Next one I. Here also there is no chance to get tertiary alcohol. Therefore, from A to I, only one compound, that is a benzoyl chloride. Here that is compound D. Only compound D is able to produce tertiary alcohol when treated with excess of Grignard reagent. Therefore, answer is only one. Here answer is just only one. Okay. Hope you have enjoyed the learning organic chemistry. Now, my simple suggestion for all students who are preparing for JEE, NEET and Olympiad. First of all, you have to get command on reagent and their applications, especially on organic molecules. And there are so many organic reactions, so many reagents. That's why don't run behind every reactions and every reagent. First of all, you have to learn the most important reagents thoroughly, and you have to get command on application part. Means one reagent, how can it react on a particular reactant? Okay. Thank you. Thank you for watching. I think you have learned something from me. Hope you enjoyed a lot. Thank you. And we will meet in with one more topic in the next session. Thank you. Thanks a lot.